Yo, what's up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for the 3.21 Crucible League and the start of my currency making guides for this league. I do apologize. I know it's really late. I just moved. It's been my birthday. It's been a lot of stuff, right? So I'm finally getting around to making the currency guide. About a week ago, I went ahead and I put up a poll asking you guys what you wanted to see. Did you want to see builds? Did you want to see currency guides? Did you want to see something else? And currency guides won by like a rather large margin. Now, with that being said, if you go ahead and take a look at YouTube, you see there's tons of currency methods going around, right? And I think the main struggle, the reason why currency methods still won, even with all the currency methods out there, is because people show you how to make currency, but no one's actually teaching you how to make currency, if that makes sense. You'll see 8 div an hour, 10 div an hour, do this, do that. These are the best currency methods this league, blah, blah, blah. Abuse this, this, this. This is how I farmed my mage blood, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're telling you do this, but none of them is actually showing you how to do this, really, how to come up with a currency idea to go ahead and try to benefit. Because the problem with YouTube videos is once you put up a video, and let's say it is a really strong, really good method, it is going to get extremely watered down. And the amount of currency that you make from it is not going to be that 8, 10, 12 div an hour just because of the fact, let's say, 1% of 50,000 views, right? 1% of those people move over to that currency method. That's going to drop it from a 10 div an hour method down to a down to about, I don't know, maybe an 8 div an hour method, depending on what it is, depending on supply and demand of those items. So I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit different, go over kind of the thought process, how I come up with a currency strategy. That way I don't have to copy the super popular strategies that get watered down and still make a lot of currency. I mean, at this point, I'd say I've made roughly 100 div, and then I've wasted majority of it theory crafting and then testing stuff and re-rolling the atlas and stuff like that. I'd say I'd probably spend about 20, 30 div on that alone. But apart from that, I do have two functional characters that are about 20, 30, 40 div. But off topic, I want to go ahead and kind of make a series of videos teaching you how to make currency as opposed to do this to make currency. And I think that will hopefully help you guys out a little bit more compared to just if I put up a video saying, hey, do this. Hopefully, this will go ahead and show you no, you don't have to do one specific thing. There's a bunch of things that you're able to do. And especially if you come up with your own currency making strategy, then it's going to go ahead and be way more lucrative, way more beneficial. But I'm out of footage, so let's jump over to live. All right, with that TLDR intro out of the way, let me start explaining kind of what I meant on making your own strategy and how to make a currency strategy. So, I wanted to go ahead and farm Beast because I know at this part of the league that Beast prices are going to increase dramatically because people are going to be using them for the Crucible tree, for splitting as well as imprinting. People are going to start crafting miniature items. So I knew that Beast were going to be in demand. I didn't want to just farm Beast because, I mean, that's kind of boring just farming one thing. So I went ahead. I'm like, okay, I have like 100 points left after I spec'd into all the beast nodes. What else can I farm? That made me go ahead and think of Blight, right? Last league, I did Blight and Toxic Sewer, and it was really good money with this Watchstone right here. This is the thing that guarantees you silver and golden oils fairly commonly. So I knew I would be able to farm blight effectively. The reason why I was thinking waste pool is because it's very beneficial to limit the lanes that blight can branch off to. If they can only come down one path, all your rewards are going to be in that one zone. So you're able just to click all the pods. It makes it really easy, really casual, really AFK. So I would just go ahead, I'd farm the map, and then I would turn on the blight and I would just stand there and shoot my arrows down a hallway. But then I started thinking, okay, that's good profit, but what can I do additionally? This is when I recently added harbingers to the strategy and because of this watchstone, which I know from previous testing pretty much enables currency shards to drop. So now in the map, I'm farming 3 tiers of things essentially. I'm mainly farming Beast, but on top of that, I'm farming Blight. In addition, I'm farming Harbies. And I was doing this in the waste pool because I know that they added the doctor to waste pool. So I was farming for the doctor as that far off one shot big ticket item. I was farming beast as kind of slightly one offs, right? Because you have to get specific beast. So I was farming those AFK, hoping for either the spider or the frog to go ahead and come through. But besides that, the most common thing that I was farming was just blighted oils and blighted maps. So at the bare minimum, I was benefiting from blight itself. Anything that I got from the additional mechanics was just on top of that. Now, with that being said, once I figured out what I wanted to do, that's when I had to go ahead and go over to the trade site and price check the items that I was wanting to use, right? So, if you've seen this strongbox sextant, I won't deny it is OP. I've literally dropped mirrors using it. Um, this sextant for 4 uses is 220C. This Harvey sextant, which I've gotten pretty much a full fracturing orb in like 60 maps from, is 1 div for 16 maps. There is absolutely no way in 16 maps, as long as I'm using a Harvey Scarab, that I am not making this back, even with just ancient orbs and normal mapping alone. So I looked at that. That led to me adding Harvey to the strategy. Apart from that, I was looking at Blight. Okay, it's only half a div for 16 maps. Once again, incredible value because with this, you're going to drop at least 3 golden oils in those 16 maps. I can almost guarantee that from not only the sacks themselves, but from the fountain that pumps out the anointed jewelry, right? So I knew those two things were gonna be incredibly cheap for the upkeep, as well as the beast sextant. Since the beast are rising, this is rising, but this was also another half a div to 1 div sextant for 16 uses. So I was maximizing the amount of currency I was putting in for the maximum return because unlike copying all the other popular strategies and the people that tell you, oh yeah, I farmed my mage blood in a week using this 1 div every box sextant, I was running so many more maps on average, getting so much more bang for my buck that I was able to chill and really not play besides the last 2 days. I'd say these last 2 days are when I've farmed majority of my currency because it was my birthday, right? And then I just moved. So I haven't even been able, like, if I go played, I'm only at 4 days, right? And the league's been out for what, 3 weeks? So the fact that I've had such limited time on this character, I probably have, I don't know, a third or the fourth of a play time I would have normally at this point in a league. and I have a decent amount of currency, right? I mean, I have this 14 div, I have my Corrupting Fever champion character that's like 15, 20 div. I have this Omniscience lightning arrow guy that's like another 20, 30 div because these rings on their own are like they're like 4 or 5 div on their own, right? But besides that, I would have probably 20, 30 div wasted in mapping strategies and ideas. I went ahead and I don't know where I put it, but I also wasted money testing Magic Find. I'm going to revisit that. Where is it? I think it's here. I want to go ahead and make an Inquisitor with this bow. So that was another like 5 div there, right? And then if we look at my scarabs, I mean, there's like at least another div or two just right there. And then if we look at my scarabs, there's also several div there. My fossils, same thing, right? So that's essentially it, is that I've shown that I can make currency. Um, it's just up to you if you want to follow generic videos and get watered down currency from a watered down method that might be mediocre, or might want to put in the effort and learn how to make your own currency method, because once you start making your own currency methods that are less mainstream, that's when you're going to be able to start hitting your goals much more easily, because of the fact that you're going to be making so much more currency than other people, because not only will the prices not be inflated, it'll be easier for you to buy the materials, because it'll be more of quote unquote junk that other people want. It's the same concept of playing unpopular builds, is they're going to be way cheaper than super popular builds, right? But that's pretty much where I'm going to end this first video, give a TLDR of what I went over. I went over kind of footage of the strategy. I explained the strategy. Showed you the resources that I used to come up with this strategy. And hopefully those help you out. One more thing that I can show at the end of the video is going to be the resource. Once you're done farming, what you want to go do is come to PoE Stack. You're going to link your Discord and your PoE profile, and this is going to help you bulk sell items, right? So let's say, as an example, I want to sell my oils. I would go ahead and go oils, oils, and it would not only price it for, holy shit, I have 10 golden oils right now. Oh, okay, no, it's outdated. It would price it out for you. Oh, I would have to, let me go ahead and fix this real quick. It's going to update this. There we go. Um, it would go ahead and list it. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not selling, but then I would hit post to TFT. What that would do is post it to the TFT Discord, and then someone would message me, usually in about 10, 20, 30 minutes. Extremely streamlines it for you, makes it super easy, makes it so you don't have to worry about selling your currency. I'll have PoE stacks linked down in the description. I mean, it's a great site, dude. But apart from that, like I said, I think this is where I'm going to be ending the video. That way I have kind of a point I can continue on from in the next video, right? So that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this helps you at all. Don't forget to stay up to tune for this and other videos. I mean, right now I'm kind of getting a little bored with the league since they're not really doing anything. And there's like the D4 beta coming up. There's a bunch of stuff coming up that I'm probably going to transition to. I mean, what's it called? Torchlight. They have a new season starting, the D4 beta, right? So probably going to have videos on those, but I will continue these currency guides just because they are relatively easy to make. It's just kind of explaining my thought process and tips, tricks to help you guys kind of make currency. But I've been trying to end this video for 2 minutes, and I guess I can't just get to the end. So pretty much don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and other videos. And until next time, take care.